I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Nice.
I unlocked a rare Trailblaze operator skin in Call of Duty Warzone Verdansk yesterday. Been opening up safes since the game re-released. Been a blast, by the way. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Thomas, and today I'm talking about 5 low-key / sleeper streetwear drops that you may or may not have heard of from brands like Palace and don't want to spoil the full surprise, but I'm sure you can gather a few brands based on the title. Basically just talking about what each of these brands are dropping. I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. If there's any resale opportunities to be had. If you enjoy this type of streetwear content, remember to leave a like and comment down below what your favorite brand was or what you'd like me to cover in the future, and I'll keep making these videos. With all that out of the way, let's get right into it. All right, the first drop is the least low-key and the most in-your-face of all time. It is, believe it or not, Moncler X Mercedes-Benz by Nigo. They just got everyone doing everything, don't they? Hypermodernism design meets the 80s and 90s in a rooftop city when the LED screen floor evoked an impression of walking through time, revealing the collection in 2 new versions of the G-Class. That's a G-Wagon for those of you playing at home. We got a video, okay. Moncler.
未来は過去にある、そんな気がしてまして。このコレクションに限ったことではないんですけど、いつも過去を参考にするというか。
わかります。
なんとなく自分がすごくベンツに憧れていた、70年代80年代の、ことを思い出して。
Here we go with the clothes.
そこにオールドスクールのヒップホップをリンクさせて、コレクションを作りました。
Hell yeah. Let's see it. That G-Wagon, baby. Ooh. Don't tell me the G-Wagon got a puffer, baby. Oh, don't tell me they put a puffer jacket on the G-Wagon. Ego.
で、自分はもう今まで20代以上。
Body Uncle Tom Da, look at that. Freaking 20 G classes.
車はやっぱりゲレンデを作りたいなっていう気持ちが強かったですね。
About time. It's a great video.
ご自身という言葉もありますけれど。
We took a G-Wagon, we got it naked, put a crazy Moncler removable roof on it. Damn. Looks like a car Nigo would drive. All right, now what about the clothes? That's what we care about, right? Here are the fits. We got denim, bucket hats, shoes, bag. This is gonna be very expensive. So when you talk about budget items, I wanted to get the most expensive stuff out of the way. I was looking at t-shirts and they were 500 bucks. Moncler. Anytime you get name dropped in more rapper songs than Canada Goose, it seems these days, expect it's not gonna be cheap. Looks pretty dope. Let's shop. So it is available now. You got the field jacket for 19,000 KR, which is Swedish currency. Yeah, Swedish krono. If this website's right, this is 19. Oh, it's a 10. So just take everything and divide it by 10. This jacket is 1,900 bucks about. Looks fairly decent. You got the Mercedes and Moncler pins. Field jacket, Moncler on the bottom. Hell yeah. You got the SupThomas shirt jacket for a measly 1,200. Oh, this is a deal. Look at that. Nice zip up, 2 pockets, clean product pictures. You can fully see the actual product, which is an absolute doubler. Interior of the car on the back is pretty cool. I like the Montclair split up, that vintage Mercedes feel. Hell yes. This is definitely one of the most expensive collections I've ever looked at. So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it because I assume anyone that can afford this, you don't need to be watching my videos. You guys are already buying whatever you want. But here's a G-Wagon all over tee. One of the budget items. I think this is just under $500. So, hey, if you want to flex with the t-shirt, you see that sometimes. The guy that wears the shirt that just says Givenchy or Burberry or Balenciaga if you're really insufferable. But now you can say Montclair and actually have a shirt with some design on it beyond just a simple black or white shirt with a logo. Here's some cargo shorts, trendy and on brand, some summertime vibes. I dig these boots more than anything. Let's look at those next. Montclair Mercedes Double M. I don't think that's what Rick Ross was talking about, but it still works. This is a measly 700 bucks. Not bad at all. If that is in fact Swedish kroner. I don't know what KR is. I've never seen that before. They got this t-shirt. We got, ooh, Montclair padded cotton sweatshirt. That's cool. Take a peek at that. And since this collab is so far out of everyone's price range, I assume maybe some of you guys, I'm sure some of you guys can definitely afford this. You know what? You guys better buy this stuff right here, especially, and tag me in it. Maybe we can go 50-50 on it. You can ship it to me for half the year. I'll take it out for a spin, film it on camera, that kind of thing. And then you guys do your thing. It's your turn. We got the baseball cap, pretty simple, 300 bucks. Huh, it doesn't look like you're able to get those shoes, which they're maybe just regular Montclair or something else entirely, but not part of this collection. I didn't look at everything, but you guys can go check that out. All the links will be in the description. Now, let's get over to a brand that I'm sure many of you are familiar with. I'm wearing it right now. We're talking Palace and their latest collaboration with Dr. Martens. Let's check it out. Vibes. Laughter.
The doctor will see you now.
Oh yeah. There's that Palace music, baby.
Of
course not. Just some guy. Sick. Love that. Sweet, simple, to the point. I liked this sign that was in the desk here, which says, over 65, under 65, whatever your age, go with Bouncing Souls. Talk to your doctor immediately. And he's thinking about the Palace Doc Martens collaboration because maybe that'll solve his problems. Then we have some drop list pictures from Palace. One, we got the Squid Game's Palco fit, which is sick. And he's rocking the docs underneath. Can't really tell too much by this picture. This one's a lot better. Recognize some of the Palace skaters there. Still not 100% on their names. Am planning on watching Supreme skate videos soon. So on stream this week, I'm thinking maybe we'll watch a skate video after the live cop. That's just my current plan. He's looking dope. We got the camo, the burgundy. Nice up close of those. They're very simply just Doc Marten 1461s, I think is the full name. I don't really have that shit memorized like that, but here you got the skeleton, rocking some. Would you love to see that? Good for your bones. I want this hat, low key. Bro got that thing on, dude. Swear to God he does. Absolutely incredible. Bro really has those things on. And you can see the bottle cap design on the laces there as a bit of a lace lock. There's that up close picture of the camo pair, which I think are definitely the coolest ones and the ones that I would recommend going for. We can go over to Palace Community. Basically, we just have these 3 items, but we do have a drop list on Instagram we'll look at in a second. Here they are. Palace Doc Martens 1461. I think I got that right. Black pair, gonna be the safest bet. Very clean. I don't know if that lace lock is removable. I would assume that it's not physically built into the sneaker, but I have no idea how that whole thing operates. Interesting concept for a shoe. Would have liked something a little bit more than just a bottle cap. And for me personally, that design doesn't really speak to me. So on the one hand, I'm disappointed because I can easily pass. But on the other hand, I'm not too upset because if these were really dope Doc Martens, which is a brand that I am getting more into after copying my first pair earlier last year that have become my go-to wedding shoe. I got some loafers that are amazing. They're dress shoe, loafer hybrids. Doesn't really matter. The fact is, they're great shoes, great company as well. And I've slept on their Supreme drops for too long, so I'm looking for a new pair on the low. And I would say these are the ones to get for obvious reasons. Camo is in right now. The yellow matches a bit with the desert tan, and then you got the Palace branding there. Almost even some people, if you abstractly look at it, a little Rorschach pattern there. That's a hard word to say, Rorschach. That dude.
You're stuck in here with me.
Type shit. All right, I said there was another drop list. Where is it? Well, here we go. Courtesy of Palace Skateboard News, we have these items right here. The Flowers jacket, which is pretty cool. Palco crew neck, dope. Couple colorways of that. This was actually the first teaser item that Palace released. We can take another peek at that in a second. We have this Palace shirt with roses, some sort of a hoodie. Oh, I'm assuming it's this right here. Okay. With the tri-fur with roses, simple Palace t-shirt, and it's a basically Palace or one of their essential unisex items. And these two hats, which are nothing really special. Moving along, we got the Doc Marten collab, and there it is. I would like to look at this a little bit more, so we'll go back to Palace for 1 second and then move along with the video. Here's the Sprinter jacket with the flower design. I think it looks pretty cool. Mesh on the interior, a really nice, truly summer jacket, being super light and flower themed. I dig the vibes on it. I really do. Some nice 3M on the front. I would say this is the jacket to go for this week, and I assume it'll come out with these other colorways as well, per the range. If you guys want to check out the full drop list, just stay updated on palacecommunity.com. Link will be in the description. Once you reload the page and they put out more items, it'll be right here, and you can even vote on them. Like, I'm voting up the camos and down the cherries, down the black. Why? I like camo more. All right, let's go to the next collab. I'm actually taking this one out straight out of the Discord, and if you guys want, don't be afraid to join the Fauntleroy's Finest Discord. Link in description. Font gave away a box logo to the 1,000th member that joined. Well, it was basically 1,000 members joined the Discord, and a box logo hoodie was given away. Look at that. Odium won on March 29th. I didn't even know. Essentially, it's a great place where all sneakers streetwear information is compiled. You can look at the list right here. We're going to go to Streetwear News, scroll down. Here we go. With Kid Super X Bape, modeled by Asian Boy Ray and Kai Sinat. I don't know if that's Ray's name. I think it is. Yeah, Ray Asian Boy, close enough. He's a streamer that I don't watch. I don't watch Kai either, but I have seen a lot of Kai's stuff because how can you not with how big he is? It's really cool to see this drop. And I think what I feel most from this collab is like Bape is back, which is awesome to say. Their Adidas collab last week, I thought went off super well. Here's the louder version with all the bright camo that you could ever want. Trunks, multiple clothing items. It's actually a huge collection, and I did do a video on it. I want to say a few weeks back. It might have been another compilation, but if I can find that, I'll put a link or at least thumbnail on screen. Check it out. But this is dope as hell. You got the matching Bapestas with the zip up shark hoodie. You got the baggy jeans. Just insert picture of Wheezy from 2006 right here, and we're back to it 20 years later. That tracks for trends. Kai Sinat doing his thing. Don't know anything about Ray. I think I saw a clip of him where he moved to Asia and then he hated being there and he wanted to be back in LA. And to me, it was kind of like, okay, entitled 19-year-old Zoomer creator here. But anyway, I'm not going to speak on something I don't know much about. But the fits are looking crazy. And am I crazy, or does Kai look kind of like Lil Wayne in that pose right there? Back to back, strawberry camo with the arid desert. Got a little green in there, a couple cacti. It's like the Arizona camo. Pennant as well. Not really in focus, but this collab is super sick. I can make an entire video about all the items dropping. There's so much here, like Bape sleep mask. Truly, the accessories go kind of crazy. I love this jacket here. This outer coat is super dope. And this is probably my favorite camo from this collab. This white, pink, green, can't name all the fucking colors. There's literally plenty of them. This is the guy. This is the Kid Super guy. He's the guy in his own shirt right there. Fuck yeah. Literally rocking the same pose. I love that. He's having fun with it. Just a good old time. And why the hell not? No idea who this kid is, but Kid Super, it tracks. Is that the Supreme Tamagotchi? Looks like it. I have Bape Tamagotchi, if I'm being honest. Kid Super, a bathing ape. This is a great jacket. Shell jacket over a shark hoodie. I love the tape seam, the big old seam. Bapeism, Kid Super. Get the Tamagotchi. Hell yeah. Then the Bapes inside the packaging like it's an exclusive toy. We do do have a few more pictures to look at on one of the sneaker blogs. We'll just scroll through these. I don't think we saw this picture here. That one, sweatsuit. Look at that, sagging like a motherfucker. Are white boys sagging in 2025, guys? Let's go. I think Timothy Chalamet definitely put us back on the map, dude. Hell yeah, this guy's grittying, probably jerking, honestly. Or no, what was a dance that was popular? Crunking? Is he crunk stepping? He's crunk stepping, bro. That's what it's called. I'm deadass on the third website to get all the pictures of these shoes, but here they are. Little comic book backing, Kids Super. They got a superhero involved as their mascot. I remember reading about it and talking about it definitely on the Kids Super video that I made the first time around. I talked more about the history of their brand. It's really tough to stay on top of everybody, but I'm doing my best here. These Bapestas, I think, are fairly decent. Resale, I think, will actually be a part of this collaboration. What pieces are gonna go for the most? Tough to say. Shark hoodies is like the quintessential Bape item. It's like their version of a box logo, but we might see other things like the expensive pieces, the big jackets, the limited stuff. I can't speak too much on it, so I would just cop all this stuff pretty much today, except for maybe Palace, Doc Martens, and Camo for the personal. But with how big this collaboration is, I'm positive some things are gonna sell out and people are gonna want them. Now let's look at our last drop of the video, which is by far the most exclusive, the most sleeper, the most low-key, the most hidden. And it is Hidden NY collaborating with Wander Japan on this techwear outdoorsy brand. Here's the fits here. Got 9 pictures to look at, nothing too crazy. Of course, featuring a lot of hidden green, which is their main color. I think most of this stuff is from the collaboration. Definitely a big hiking drop, which I think is super sick. I'd rather have anything from this collab than the Supreme Gore-Tex stuff this week, for instance. Like, there's a lot of options for people to pick some new brands and just have some fun with it, you know? Look at this big parka, balaclava hat combination. You got this guy right here, 3M popping off, all kinds of straps, Velcro, embroideries, little carabiner. I like how it's hidden, and then Wander just has this corner and says, "And Wander, don't forget about us." Hey, be cool if they were dropping a backpack. Let's read through what they're all coming out with, because the colors in the backpack look like it could be potentially releasing. You never know. There you go. The Park Ranger looking fit. Not huge on that past, present, future patch, if I have to be honest. At least that placement there on the right. Backpack is super sick though. Yeah, read more about that here. Lookbook available on hiddenppf.com. Why didn't I go there earlier? Basically the same pictures. There we get the backpack. Cool. Jacket, pants, t-shirt. Hell yeah. System reboot. These are cool pics. I like this lookbook. Hidden in Wander, Manhattan, New York, Tokyo, Japan. Yeah, they're probably going to release this online, but in store in Manhattan, I know, is their main spot. You got the water repelling there, which I think that's awesome to showcase your product working. It's a good idea for a lookbook. More brands could be doing that. Ooh, nice. Mount Fuji outside of a 7-Eleven, Family Mart type of vibe. Even we got a G-Wagon right there. Hey, tying it back to the beginning of the video. How about that? There's Hidden and Wander. Check it out. You guys want. Looks like we've looked at these. And then kind of the bonus one, if you haven't heard of Wander before, I think this came out earlier this month. I just wanted to show you guys what Wander is up to. Never heard about them, which could be a nice way to get into some up and coming Japanese brands before the resale catches up and you can't get this stuff, right? I'm sure it's pretty dope. It's rooted in the Wander Hiking Club initiative, which organizes group hikes, outdoor experiences through Japan. I think that's awesome. I think a big problem with a lot of people in the modern era is you want to be healthy, but you don't want to go to the gym. It's hard to eat right. You're stuck in your ways. Big recommendation from your boy is get out there in nature, no matter where you live. Walk around, even if it's just your neighborhood. Take a lap after lunch. Get out there, explore, see some cool shit. And if you really need the extra hand, buy some expensive techwear clothing that if you don't rock it in nature, you feel like a poser. If you're not rocking your waterproof shoes for 30,000 yen, you feel like, I'm an idiot. I bought this reflective rip pouch wallet. Nothing's reflecting off me because I'm inside all day. Well, dude, get out there. Get those car headlights to shine on you, right? Go skateboard. Buy something from the women's collab. Do whatever you want. Make a change in your life. But there it is, guys. What a nice group of garments we looked at today. From the exclusive high-end collab of Nigo, Mercedes-Benz, and Montclair, to our usual Palace, which you and I both know and love. And then the newer stuff, Hidden, Low-Key, Bape, Kid Super, Kai Snats in the mix somehow. I gotta stay hip with the kids, Phantom Tax, and all that. Am I right? I've been talking to Streetwear for about 39 minutes. I'm gonna edit this, serve it up to you guys. Hope y'all enjoy. Remember, I'm going live tomorrow on Thursday, April 10th for Supreme Week 7, Spring Summer 25. I go live an hour before the drop. You won't want to miss it. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment what you liked, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.